This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Today's discussion are 4 reactions to raising interest rates, a corporate perspective. So what we've got is about 11 to 12 interest rate hikes over the last couple of years since Chairman Powell and the Fed started to try and tighten the cost of money a little bit. And so what you're starting to see, and Brian Sozzi of Yahoo Finance, SOZZI, did a wonderful article on this recently, some of the impacts this is starting to have on corporate America. And 4 of the things that I'll highlight that we talk about regularly are really the 4 things that are happening as interest costs go up significantly. First and foremost, we're starting to see people more concerned about their interest cost than they've been in some time. All of a sudden, EBITDA and cash flow are 2 distinct different things. They've always been distinct different things, but the difference has never been as important as it is now, because you could have EBITDA, but if you can't actually pay your interest payments or meet your debt covenants, compliance covenants with enough cash flow and income, you've got trouble. So we're seeing people like more and more watch closely at their balance sheets. Second, we're seeing companies get more careful about their hiring plans, probably more than ever. We're trying to be careful on headcount. We're seeing both more layoffs, but more so, just more caution on headcount and hiring plans. We see a lot of that. Third is capital expenditures and deals. And I'll put these 2 together. Because of the cost of capital and the cost of debt, we're seeing more and more firms be cautious in their extent of doing new projects that rely on debt. We also see them holding onto the cash a little bit tighter. We also see the deal environment a lot softer. People being very careful on debt-financed acquisitions because the margin on deals and the margin for error as interest rates go up significantly becomes much tougher as you end up in a situation where interest rates and the cost of debt is much, much higher. Fourth, and we saw, and Brian Sozzi mentioned this article, and I see it at Becker's Healthcare, we're constantly working to nibble away at debt, to keep our debt covenants where they have to be, to keep ourselves in great shape. Just brilliant work by both the CEO of T-Mobile, who talked about this in an article today, trying to get their debt, balance compared to their EBITDA down a little bit further. And at Becker's Healthcare, we've always been religious about it, and thank God for Jessica Cole and her leadership. But those are 4 things that we're watching. People much more focused on interest cost, cash flow versus just EBITDA. Second, caution on new hiring. Third, caution on capital expenditures, more and more careful about deals and big capital projects and just spending. And finally, fourth, the effort to nibble away at debt and bring debt down some. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity Podcast. If you listen to this all the way through, you text me, Becker Strategy Group, 773-766-5322. Delighted to send you a 100-hour Amazon gift certificate. You have to be the first person to text me. You have to do it today. It's October 30th, and you can't be someone who's collected this gift certificate recently. Thank you very much for listening to the Becker Private Equity Podcast.